Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Unconventional Lives Show.
Oh, welcome. Glad you're here.
This week, we're going to be talking about body image as we age.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Fun.
And I think it's going to be a really fun, difficult topic. And
Yes.
we're glad you've joined us.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Craig.
And I'm Kellie.
Join us as we share unfiltered, empowering conversations about love, marriage, fitness, travel, and living boldly.
Tune in as we prove you can have it all and live an unconventional life. We are here.
We are mostly alive.
Yes, mostly.
We should apologize in advance for your smoky bedroom voice.
I know I have this smoky bedroom voice
Which sounds way sexier than you've been coughing up along since we got back.
That's so not fun.
For those of you who follow along, know we were down in Mexico in Cancun, and we had a wonderful time. It was beautiful weather. I don't think we had one day where it rained.
A little stormy for about 20 minutes.
For like 20 minutes, that was it.
But it was beautiful, warm, like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Humid. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Great pool time.
Great pool time, great food, met some great people, had a great time.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
But now we have returned to reality. Actually, we have learned since we travel a lot, but since we got back, I think you got sick the day after we got back.
Yeah, I did.
You got some sort of flu bug.
Flu or cold, I'd say probably, maybe more flu.
Yeah.
It was, little chills and stuffiness and sore throat and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you're doing better.
Yeah, I'm getting there, hence my sexy bedroom voice.
Yeah, right. And I ended up with Montezuma's Revenge.
I don't know what's happening with you.
I don't know what happened with me.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
It has, but it's also been strange because the resort that we were at, it's all filtered water. We've been there several times, and it's
never had an issue.
Never had an issue.
And it was a couple days after we got back, so I don't know if I got something in the airport or the plane or I don't know. It just feels like travel is difficult. Like it's hard not to get sick. I think we've actually joking, not joking, have talked about like, if you take a week vacation, plan 10 days to 2 weeks because you're going to feel crappy.
Yeah.
No pun intended. It's the nice thing about having, the Montezuma's Revenge, I'm going to keep it PG-13, is
thank you.
I've lost 6 pounds since we got back a week ago.
Well,
so I didn't gain any weight on vacation. I actually lost weight.
I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that equates like that.
It's a really difficult weight loss plan. I do not recommend it. So, but it's getting better.
It is getting better. And you just have to listen to your body and just take it easy and relax. But it's been a challenge. I mean, traveling for us is different these days. We never used to be.
And I don't know if that's just how it is now, or if it's just like an old person thing. Like we just, I don't know if are we getting weak in our I mean, we work really hard to stay healthy.
We're the healthiest we've ever been.
And and we even go above and beyond. Like we take extra, vitamin C and zinc and try and just really be extra careful.
Yeah. But in all honesty, our routine when we are on vacation is very different than when we're home. And we do tend to party a little bit more than we're used to. And I think, and we stay up a little bit later, maybe a lot later than our bodies are used to. And I think it's a tax on our bodies, and our bodies are trying to keep up with us. And it's sometimes a challenge.
No, our bodies are like, hey, dumbasses. Stop it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you up to?
Yeah, go back to bed at 9 o'clock.
Right. Yeah. And I normally gained a few pounds and I didn't. I was actually really proud of myself this time around. I was very good. Usually it's like, you're walking up and it's like, oh, look at the menu and all the amazing food. And then at breakfast, it's like the gourmet buffet and it's like,
and all the pastries.
And all the pastries. It's my freaking kryptonite. I didn't eat any pastries.
You did not eat any pastries this time. I was very proud of you.
I was actually proud of myself for not eating any pastries.
Did it even cross your mind?
Every single moment
I was
in that freaking breakfast buffet.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, they have an amazing.
Is that why you always set your back to it?
Yeah, I don't even walk over there because it's kind of off by itself in the little pastry area, and they have my cherry cheese Danish, and then we were there over the 4th of July, and they had one day they had like all 4th of July like donuts, and I walked by.
Their pastries were all patriotic color, like red, white, and blue. It was very cute.
I'm like, damn, that's almost un-American not eating those.
Cherry pastry on 4th of July.
Just red, white, and blue donuts.
Right.
So, although, I mean, we love Mexico.
Yes, we do.
Mexican donuts and pastries, and they're not the same.
No, they're not. They're a little different.
Maybe that's just a worldwide thing.
I think it is too. I think most countries, their sweets are not as sweet as American sweets that we're used to.
No. I
Ultra
mean, like
processed, where they're not there.
We were in France. It's like
savory.
all the pastries were just kind of like, a little bit of chocolate or a little, I mean, they were just kind of bland.
A little sweet. They weren't super uber, like hurting your teeth sweet.
No.
Like in America.
Probably why they can eat those.
Right.
And we can't.
Right.
So, but no, it was a good trip. It sucks getting sick. I don't know how to fix that.
I know, we just need to.
I mean, even when we, last time we went to Europe, we came home and we got sick.
I don't remember that, but.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like.
I think it's just the travel. I really do.
I mean, it's airports and, sitting in that tube of germs called an airplane. Especially coming home because everybody's already got something going on.
Right.
I actually had a thought on the airplane, like maybe I should be that guy, like who wears a mask on the airplane.
Yeah, maybe you could test that theory next time we go.
I don't want to be that guy.
I know, but do you want to be this guy that's battling your tummy issues?
The bigger concern isn't necessarily like when I get home. Okay, I understand. What sucks, and we've had this happen before too, is you get sick on the way there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, your vacation is effed up.
That's true.
Like, bah.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than being sick on vacation.
No.
You've had that happen. That was my sister's wedding in Mexico.
Oh my goodness! But that wasn't on the way there. That was on the 2 nights before we had to leave.
Yeah, I know. We were there. Mm-hmm. I had to get you out of bed. I think I saw your soul leave your body at least once.
Was really sick, and that was Mexico.
Yeah,
but that was really not my fault because they ran out of bottled water, and they were filling water cups up with.
And I look over at one point, and I'm like, "You've got a glass of water in your hand." I'm like, "Why are you drinking that water?" And she's like, "Oh, they were out of bottled water, but the guy said it's fine."
Yeah, and I was not the only one who got sick. I got really sick, but
yeah, I'm like, "Oh, that was step away from the water."
That was bad.
Yeah, I have a vision of the guy around the corner with a hose filling up the waters. It's like. Yeah. So that one I had to dose you with.
I was sick for 10 days after I got home.
Crazy Mexican Imodium and
to make the flight,
like carry you onto the airplane. I remember leaning you against the window.
I know,
and you just laid there.
I think the flight attendants were just like, just avoid her.
Yeah. Oh, I would have avoided you. I could if I had the choice. I'd have definitely avoided you.
I don't think I've been that sick ever. That was
probably and it sucks getting sick in another country too because it's like nothing translates.
No, it's hard.
I mean, it's like okay, I have to go to the pharmacy, and like,
right?
Try and describe I'm not feeling good,
right?
So but we survived.
We did survive, and we had great memories. We have great memories of our trip, and it was fun. And
yes,
totally. Yes. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're on the mend. 100%.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. So, hey, speaking of bodies not feeling well.
Or not at optimal.
Well, and I thought this was an interesting topic. We've had it on our kind of topic list for a while, but it's, it is interesting to go to, to go to a resort. And the resort, that we really like has really people of all ages. I mean, it was from like honeymooners to seniors.
Yeah.
Like seniors.
Yeah, absolutely. And of all shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes and
backgrounds.
Yeah, and colors. And it's like.
It was great.
Okay, it was great. Awesome. But it also, it is difficult. Human nature being what it is, it's difficult not to compare, It's like, you see some, there's always good, the guy who just looks like he just spent the last 6 months nonstop in the gym and he's cut and pumped and
6 months, or how about maybe 6 years, 16 years? Yeah.
Just looks like he walked out of the gym, walked out of like a bodybuilding competition. Right, and the same with their women as well that do that. Yeah. And, it's like, okay, I'm not that guy.
But there's also people that are just like us, or, that are, they're just in their stage of life, and it's refreshing, and it's a great way to be self-reflective and not be so harsh on yourself.
It is. Yes. And I'm always harsh on myself. Mm-hmm. You are too, to a degree.
I am, but I've gotten better.
Especially leading up to it. Because then you're like, my arm, yours is like, my arms are, does my butt look like it's saggy?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to answer that. I'm pleading the fifth.
That's smart.
We're leaving for a resort where you're going to be wearing a bikini for the next 7 days.
Yeah.
And it's like, does my ass look fat in this? And it's like, what?
What is the best answer here?
Man with half a brain, I managed to live 38 years with you, would be like, yeah.
Yeah,
a little saggy there, baby. Right. Yeah, it's like
I know, but you want to do the maximum you can right before you go, so you can look and feel your best.
Yeah. And I think as we age, wrinkles and sagginess and
sunspots appear as you age, and it's all part of the path.
Torturous process we have to go through. But I think one of them, I think for me, especially now, I've lost 65 pounds.
Sure.
And I
actually 70.
I've lost 70 pounds now.
As of this week.
I'm hoping to regain a few of those pounds. I think a lot of it was just water.
Sure.
So, but losing a lot of weight is an issue, especially if you had that weight for a long time, which I did. And it drives me crazy, and I'm always complaining about it. And is my belly, I have loose skin.
Sure.
You can see I have a 6-pack now.
You do.
Underneath my loose skin. It's like a 6-pack under a blanket.
Right.
Like a kid, like a wrinkly, rumply kid's blanket.
But also you are more along the line of you want to see more results more immediately, where every person that I've seen and experienced and met and had the privilege of talking, coaching with, etc., that are really, really trim and really, really fit and have the abs that we want and have the physiques that we are trying to attain. That's not taken 6 months. That's taken
years.
Yeah, years.
Yeah.
Even weight loss transformations have taken years. And so, we're really early on that journey.
Yeah.
So I always try and remind you to give yourself more grace and just to trust the process, stay committed, and consistency. And eventually we will continue to see the results that we want to see.
Yeah. And there's a desire to want to let's just fix it. Sure. You've done some corrections. You did a tummy tuck, mainly not because of weight loss, but because of kind of childbearing years.
Yeah, birth trauma stuff.
C-section,
ledge kind of stuff.
Yeah. And that looks great. It came out. It looks
great.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with it. And it's, it's not perfect, but it's better. And it's not a psychological barrier for me anymore.
Yeah.
Even though there is a bigger scar and I know it's there, I feel better about myself and how I look in clothing. And it's not psychologically my first thing I think of when I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And that was important to me.
And on one of your visits with the doctor, I'm like, tell me about how do I make this go away? And the doctor's like, oh, that's easy. A little liposuction. We'll just pull it all down, cut it off, and you'll have a scar underneath your belt line. And I'm like, I'm too big of a puss to do that.
But if it's something that's bothering you, you might want to give your the process more time to see if it has a result on it. If not, you can get it done.
And I don't want to, but I feel like and this goes to and I'm chasing it. And we've seen people, at our age, there are folks who are chasing it, and they're, we've seen some plastic surgery that looks amazing, and we've seen some people we all see those. Everybody, I mean, there's a million celebrities now. It seems like all have to like have the facelifts and the extreme. There was a guy at the resort that clearly had a breast reduction. Like he had 2 big scars under his breast. And you could see like they had,
maybe he did. Maybe he was a bodybuilder at one point in time.
No, I think he was just getting rid of his man boobs.
Oh, okay. Maybe so.
So it's like
after losing a lot of weight, you mean?
Maybe so. Okay. Yeah. But it was like
maybe so.
And I get it, but it's like, you do you and do whatever makes you feel best.
Right.
But at some point it's like you can go too far.
You can
as well.
But you also have to weigh in which is the bigger psychological hurdle for you. Keeping that, and if that's going to be a psychological hurdle, whatever that body part of you that is so bothersome to you, or the removal of it, and then that psychological hurdle is gone.
Yeah,
I guess you have to weigh that.
Then the way also for me is like, okay, am I feeling good? Physically, mentally, just health wise, feeling better.
Sure.
And I think that for me outweighs what I see in the mirror.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I guess, chasing it, it just depends on what you're really looking for.
Yeah. And I think it's a individual on an individual basis as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about, so skin elasticity after 50, collagen drops 1% to 2% per year.
Yeah.
And we tried taking collagen.
Well, in certain
ones,
product,
didn't work very well.
Yeah, but the more research I've done, it says that it has to be a certain type of collagen. I think it's a hydrogenated collagen, and they said that at least 3 months worth was before you start to see any results. But I mean, I know people who have been ingesting collagen powder daily for years, and they swear by it. So
yeah, I don't know. We could last 3 months just because the intestinal distress was. It got a little gamey.
Yeah.
So and it was like, okay, maybe we need to try a different one. But so that's something trying to make work on elasticity and trying to keep your skin looking as good as possible. Right. The other one is obviously we just got back from a week in the sun. We try and put on sunscreen.
Yes, we always have sunscreen on.
You don't want to be that guy who I always was for most of my life. Sort of hiding under an umbrella the whole time.
Shade,
so you're gonna. If you're going to go to the equator, you're going to go to Mexico, you're going to get some sun.
You're going to get some sun. But I think if you have, proper sunscreen, then I think that, I think you are but you're just going to have to accept, because with age, sunspots will show up.
Yeah. And you've had some good luck with laser treatment.
I have. I've done a couple of BBL laser treatments, and they've been wonderful to get rid of darker spots and kind of melanasia, or however you pronounce that phrase.
I got nothing.
They've been helpful.
Yeah.
They've been helpful. So
it is surprising how they kind of come to the surface and go away.
Yeah. It's the strangest process ever, but it works. Definitely, for sure.
I have too many freckles. They would be like, sorry.
Well, no, it actually is focused for freckles as well. It's aging and freckles.
I know, now the freckles are in. Like you see all the Instagrammers.
Yeah, they're getting tattooed freckles.
I saw
on their face.
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter was be like, what?
Yeah.
She has so many freckles on her face, her little sunspots. Yeah. Not sunspots, little sun kisses, we used to call them.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, they do all that until they want to cover them up. And then it's.
Yeah, then what do you do?
I know, right? It's like she's battled with that her entire life. But now she's embraced her little freckles.
So yes. And then probably some of the things of just getting older is like poor posture.
Poor posture. Yeah.
I think my wife says to me at least daily, like, stand up straight. And I'm like, this is straight.
No, it is not.
You want to see me slump over, hang on.
No, because growing up, I was the tallest in my group, so I always had poor posture. And now I'm really, really trying to work on that as my confidence in my physique and just myself has improved. I'm standing up straighter intentionally. Yeah. And I've seen you from when you were much younger. And you need to be standing up straighter.
That's gravity. I come from a long line of hunched back.
That's no excuse. No excuse.
It runs in my family.
Okay. Well, you can work on that.
Yeah.
Exercises and stretching.
But I think there's a certain amount of aging that's you can't hide from. And one of the things I actually love going to different places and resorts, especially, is seeing like couples that are, elderly to us, or older. Yeah. Even there's a couple, and they're probably had to be in their 80s, and man, they're living their best freaking life.
They are.
And it's just like getting around and doing stuff and going to dinner and out dancing.
And putting us to shame.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, you go, boy.
I know. And you hear their stories of their adventures they have. And rock climbing and, traveling the world and, skydiving or whatever. I'm just like, wow, you get it.
Yeah. Well, and that leads to fitness as well, which is like, I think, and we're learning this lesson, and we're probably late to the game in terms of, doing great on our fitness, but we're, everything I've also read is it's never too late.
It's never too late.
So, fitness, very important. Trying to get out there, exercise, is a good thing. It's going to help.
They say that after 50, the most important thing you can do is heavy weightlifting and movement. Yeah. Movement every single day, like a walk generally. Yeah. And heavy weightlifting, because that's going to help prevent injuries and falls and all these other cascading events that happen as you age. Yeah. And I think that's really important. And we've chosen to make that a priority, movement and heavy weightlifting. And I don't mean heavy weightlifting like off the get-go. But if you've done nothing for decades like we did, then you start where you can start and you progressively work up to heavier and heavier. And you really do feel a difference. You feel like your core is more strengthened and you have more physical confidence, not just psychological confidence or emotional confidence. And moving forward, I think it just has an effect on all parts of your life. I really do.
You've been doing like walking, what do they call it? The farmer walk, kind of the kettlebells.
The kettlebells, yeah.
I feel like I need to sit up straight.
Yes, you do. See? Much better.
Yeah. So you've been doing that. I haven't done that.
Yeah, the kettlebells. It's interesting when you first start. Yeah. Because they say you're supposed to, at my age, 75%, or is that at 40 or 50?
At any age,
I'm shooting for 75% of my weight, and I'm just about between the two kettlebells. I'm just about 50%. Right? Am I? Yeah, I'm just about 50% of my weight, or maybe not, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, because I'm doing maybe 50% of my weight right now. Yeah, and you feel it. You definitely feel it, but it's good.
I just carry around suitcases.
That's true.
So that's about 75% of my weight.
That's true.
The way my wife packs.
Yeah, whatever.
So so fitness, strength training. We there's a couple of things. Again, we're always if you listen to our show, it's never too late to start exercising. I feel like some people feel like it is too late. Like too late to start now. Yeah, it's not. No. I was actually just talking to my mother. So, hey, Mom, our number one fan. Hi. She was actually you were there too. Yeah. And talking about we bought her for Christmas. Mm-hmm. What are they called? The bands, the
resistance
bands. And she's like, oh yeah, my trainer now. She's got a trainer, and is now having her like hold onto him and lean back and then pull herself back up. I'm like, damn. So it's like, and she's doing it. She's doing it.
She's doing way more than she did. And I'm proud of her. Yeah. She's doing great.
She's in doing it. And she's just getting started. And she's essentially regained her mobility to some degree, and she can walk now.
She loves it. She has so much more energy. Yeah. And drive. And I think determination to do more. To get better.
Keep it up, Mom. Yeah. So it's it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Yeah. No. So movement, strength training. Yes. Just getting out. Yes. Take the stairs.
Take the stairs. Park a couple rows back from Costco.
Yeah. My wife is the stair Nazi.
Oh my gosh.
Like we go to the 100%. Airport, it's like escalator, and I'm of course I've the Sherpa with the backpack on, and she's like,
I have a backpack on too.
I know. Stairs.
No, we take stairs. We don't do the escalators.
Yeah, I know.
No. Up or down.
I know.
You got to commit. You got to commit to it and prioritize it.
Yeah. So if nothing else, just get out and walk some. Get out and move around, stretch your legs. start doing it. That's what we did. We started walking daily and, just getting out there. It's better with your spouse. Usually, whether it's husband or wife, normally it's the wife, but we see way more women out walking than men, I think. Yeah. So, but do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You'd be surprised all the fun things you can have to talk about.
Yeah.
So get up off that couch, get moving around.
Movement.
So, in that sort of fitness stuff, we're going to talk hormone replacement. Every show we're going to talk about hormone replacement therapy. If you're not doing it, do it. It'll help all of these things.
Yes.
You'll feel better. You'll have more energy. You'll have you'll have more, you can put on muscle.
Yeah.
So all of those things are good.
Yeah.
So, I think continuing to improve on yourself.
Yeah.
Hormone therapy, I think, goes so far towards doing that. And, and we have so many
affects
couples.
Everything.
Yeah. So many couples we talk to all the time and we work with and consult with it. Like it's a fundamental change in people's outlook.
Right.
Listen to any one of our other shows and you can get a full how to do hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
I feel like we harp on hormones, but it is really the fountain of youth if you're trying to.
It is. It's the cornerstone for anything. I mean, we've met several people even during this last vacation. We met them in the pool and we were just chit-chatting. And the woman, she was saying, how she's in great shape. She's working out. She's doing all the things, eating well. She's ate very clean, very similar to how we eat. And she was like, I'm just off. I'm just not. What was her big trigger? Do you remember that? I can't remember exactly what it was. But we said, well, have you had your hormones tested? And she said, well, no. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
And we're like, no, you need to go do that. And I think she was in her late 30s. She was in her late 30s. And I said, now's the time. Go get them checked.
That was she was in her early 40s.
Early 40s,
They both were. And he had already started testosterone replacement. Mm-hmm. And she was like, no, I haven't done that. It's like, go do that.
Yeah.
And, she had some other issues with thyroid. And,
that's right. Yeah. She was struggling with thyroid issues.
She's the one. We were at the pool and I had just talking to people and, you were talking with her and then you came over to me and you go, you're not going to believe what she just said to me. And I was like, okay. And she goes, what did she say? She goes, she asked me if I'm a Pilates instructor.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was speechless. I was just like, I'm sorry. What did you just say? She goes, oh my God, your body's so great. Are you a Pilates instructor? And I'm like, no, I've never taken a class, but thank you.
Yeah.
I wish I was maybe.
And she was in great shape as well.
Yeah,
and
she
it was like, okay. And you were just beaming.
I was, that was,
no,
I never heard that before, but I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, okay, never thought you'd be accused of being a Pilates
I know.
instructor.
I guess I could be accused of being worse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should be. Maybe that's a sign.
Yeah. And that same person came up to me and goes, weren't you the guy drooling on all the donuts in the... Like they were red, white, and blue donuts. It was.
No,
I was being patriotic.
That was not you.
Like, weren't you the guy standing at the pastry
Oh my gosh! Here we go.
Single morning.
Oh my gosh! Back to the gal. So my point was that we were really trying to, in our discussion with her, really emphasizing, okay, you got all the pieces in place, but she was still struggling.
Yeah.
I said, then you need to get your hormones checked and read by someone who's used to reading hormone levels. Yeah. And she said, oh, well, okay, well, I'll do that.
Because I think she was perimenopause and she was thinking about she mentioned she was possibly going to get a hysterectomy.
Yeah.
And not even a partial, like a full hysterectomy because she had some issues with her ovaries, with ovarian cysts.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, you need to kind of
explore everything.
Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but I would explore your hormones and make sure they're correct.
Yeah.
And get those tested by somebody who understands hormones, not your general GP. Mm-hmm. So, I was actually I should try and find it and put it on and play it. But it was a video of Dana White, so the UFC guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was actually pretty powerful because he went through a real health journey. Him and Gary Brecka kind of really fixed him up. I mean, he was in bad shape.
Yeah.
He kind of ran down all of his thyroid, high blood pressure, just a ton of stuff. And now he's like, I'm not on any medications.
Wow.
And I'll find it and play it here.
Okay.
But one of the things he said that was so interesting, he goes, I would never consult my GP for general health questions.
Huh.
I was like,
let that sink in.
I know. I was like, damn. He goes, if I break my arm, I'm going to go to the hospital and get a cast on my arm. If I need surgery, I'm going to go to and visit a surgeon and have him fix what's wrong. But for general GP stuff, I would never ask my doctor another question.
Then what would you go to the GP for?
Well, exactly. He goes, I don't know that I would. He goes, all they know how to do is to prescribe medications to counteract a problem.
Not to solve.
Not to solve it.
Band-aid.
Just to Band-Aid and counteract it. He goes, they're trained on how to prescribe medications.
Interesting. That's an interesting paradigm shift on thinking about
it's
medical
true.
care.
I mean, how
it is
often?
true. Think about their general training.
Yeah. It's all about pharmaceuticals. I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions on all doctors. I mean, our doctor's pretty good. I think we have trained our GP to think the way we do in terms of don't start with pharmaceuticals with us.
Right. But he's not a GP. Your GP is not a traditional GP.
No.
He's an orthopedic specialist.
Yes. Which is turning out to be when we signed up with him,
helpful.
We first started going to him. It was like, all right. But now it's like so much shit hurts all the time.
Right. Right.
I'll have to say in a sidebar here, speaking of stuff hurting, taking 2 weeks off from going to the gym.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, a lot of things don't hurt, but boy, yesterday I went back to the gym for the first time. And I think also being sick didn't help, but oh my God, we were in the hurt locker yesterday.
Going back to the gym. But it was nice to give our bodies a rest. It was kind of like
my
a
shoulders stopped hurting,
healing.
my tennis elbow stopped hurting.
Yeah. Mine too. My knee and my hip.
Yeah.
All these ailments.
I know.
But now I'm feeling good, and now I need to really ease back into working out, I think.
Oh yeah. We definitely took it easy yesterday.
Yeah, we probably should have done at least a little something on vacation. We're going to have that goal.
We say
for
that
next
every
time.
time.
I know, but
the resort we go to has a really nice gym, and every morning we walk by it on the way to breakfast.
We do. But I do think I said, and that's at sea level. So that resort's at sea level. So it's going to be way easier for us just to cruise into the gym and just do a short 30-minute instead of an hour 30 minutes, a short 30-minute kind of a real quick workout just to keep our muscle memory and motion going.
Yeah.
I think that would help the bounce back at the gym full time.
I could pick you up on the way back from breakfast.
Okay, I might do that. I might.
And then I won't feel so bad about eating donuts at the pace.
You will not. You're not going to eat those. I know you're not.
I didn't.
You showed a lot of
I did show a lot of restraint. Yes.
We're getting off a total bunny trail again.
Yeah. So it was that couple again.
That was prove the point of, you can try and do all the other pieces, but if you don't have the groundwork of how's your body functioning hormonally, because that controls everything else. Yeah. Everything else. Yeah. Or it has an effect or a compounding effect or a cause and effect. So that get those checked. It's really easy to do.
Well, and also, but I always feel somewhat guilty saying this, but don't go to your GP unless there's somebody that they really understand bioidentical hormones. Yeah. Because she said, and I know we've had this conversation constantly. We had this conversation with you guys. We said the same conversation with her. She's like, oh, they said my hormones are normal for my age. It's like, okay. Don't want to be normal for our age.
I don't want to be a stat. I
want to be optimal. I don't want to be just where everybody else is, because everybody else is a shit show too.
Yeah. Your goal should be optimal. I want to be optimal for my age, not average.
Average
for my age.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
So, and I think, last topic is also just talking about, what things can you do? Because we're human beings. We get up in our head,
we do,
and we worry about stuff. You know, it's like, you know, like, oh, this wrinkle, like, you know, my arms look saggy, or, you know, my man boobs are getting worse, or, you know, and sometimes that, you know, you can fix that, you can correct for it and work harder at the gym. But at some point you're fighting a losing battle. I mean, there's always going to be, and we've seen these examples of, you know, the 60-year-old or the 70-year-old, and on, you know, online, there's always one or two, and it's like, this dude looks like he's 25, or she, you know, it seems like there's even more, maybe because we're more closely watching it, but like, you get a ton of it now, like women that are your age and older, who are just like so cut.
Yeah, super rocking it. I think you made a good point that with this day and age, and social media has such an impact, and not just on the young, not just on this, you know, these generations coming up behind us. I think it can really have an effect on anyone. And if you place too much importance, spend too much time on social media, I think that you get this dysmorphic idea of what reality is, or what reality should be, or what reality could be, because there's no perfection out there. And on social media, that's what they're trying to portray, is perfection. And that's just not reality. I think that if you cut that way back and start doing some self-reflection and really just appreciating everything about your body, and just the wrinkles. I mean, those tell stories. Those aren't scars. Those aren't something to be ashamed of. They tell stories of your life and what you've been through. Yeah. And I think that there's empowerment in loving your body for the way it is, but at the same time, empowerment because I want to make the best of the body that I'm going to have till the end. Yeah. And that's has been our goal. And hopefully, you know, we definitely want that for all of you guys, is just to have that mindset of, I'm going to love me for who I am now and where I am now and the journey that has taken me here. But that doesn't mean that we just coast and that we accept. And I think that you can do it in a healthy, mindful, positive, loving way moving forward and just rocking it. Yeah. You know, 50 plus doesn't have to be, you know, a death sentence. It could just be, you know, time to get on with the best part of your life. Yeah. And it's great to, I mean, you know, to go to someplace like a resort where, you know, where everybody's hanging out by the pool all day. I mean, you do get a great cross section of humanity. Yeah. And it's also great when people who are either younger than you or older than you are like, dang, right, good job. You look really good. I'm always super fast to like bust out the pictures of like, hey, here's us before. Yeah. And then it's like, well, now you look great. And so, you know, which is just super great for my ego. Right. So, you know, but, you know, really comparison is definitely a thief of joy. Yeah. So, you know, you can't do that. Right. And I think a lot of times it's a trap. I mean, it's to try and compare yourself with that. Sure. I mean, I know like my little muffin top it's getting better and I keep working at it, but it's also, I love that it's a great reminder to don't do dumb shit again. Like, don't go back. Well, I think and two other things on how you can remind yourself and to continue to encourage yourself on the journey and the path that you've been on is journaling. I think that's really important. Doing a gratitude journal and be specific about what do you love about your body or what you've accomplished on the journey thus far, and do 2 or 3 things in that journal daily. Yeah. And then you have something to look back on and reread and go, wow, look how far I've come from 6 months ago, or, 16 months ago, and to love yourself even more. Yeah. I think journaling is really, really important to help, dispel any negative thoughts about yourself or that dysmorphia thing that so many men and women get stuck in. And the second thing is taking pictures of yourself. Taking pictures when you don't think you want to take pictures. I wish we had taken way more pictures of us way back before we started our journey, just to see. But I think you don't necessarily have to be in a bikini. I mean, you can be, or, with no clothes on or whatever, but just take pictures of you along your journey and pull those out and look at them and compare them to how you are now, and love the differences and the changes and the more age spots or the more wrinkles, and just embrace that and know that there is experience and life behind those days, weeks, and years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think taking the pictures one is, we've talked about this before, is super hard for me.
Yeah.
Like I was going back, you were like trying to find some old pictures of me, like, with no shirt on, and from 20 years ago when I was 65 pounds heavier. And it's like, no, those don't exist.
No.
If you had taken those, I'd have been like, A, didn't take my shirt off, but also B, like, delete. That's going in the trash.
Right.
So, So I do feel like also one last kind of on this topic is, don't be afraid to reach out for professional help as well.
Sure, absolutely.
Like if you really are feeling like, especially these sort of body dysmorphia issues can lead to some pretty difficult psychological issues as well, in terms of, anorexia, bulimia. Our brains can just take us to really, really bad places.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you do feel like you are in that, no, you're not alone. Everybody has those struggles. Everybody has those same fears. Yeah. And, this is a very well researched, and there's a lot of really good doctors and psychologists out there that can help folks. Sure. If you have these body dysmorphia that can be extreme. Yeah. And there's no shame in like, Absolutely hey, not. I need to talk to somebody. And oftentimes it's as simple as just having that conversation can sort of make that demon go away. Yeah. In terms of just like, hey, this is sure. There's no reason for this.
Right. And they can give you strategies to move forward, to overcome some of those things, as well as group settings. To be in a social connected group will reduce that anxiety and that stress with communication and conversation, I think.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's gotten to a point in our society where it's almost like extremes on a lot of things, it's like, and I think we are trying to sort of be somewhere in between there. But, you do have those, it's like on social media, it's either people just in the gym that are just like, cut and great looking, I mean, having like 3 or 4 or 5% body fat is a challenge for your body. Like, and there's a lot of good.
That's very taxing.
It is. Yeah. But it also seems like the other side of it is like you have, there's also people who are perfectly comfortable being, hundreds of pounds and wearing a bikini or being out there. And I think it's great. I mean, you do you, and that's great. Yeah. But I think there is something in between. Yes. And I think we're trying to, navigate that.
Yeah. That healthy balance.
Yeah. I don't want to get down to, 10% body fat and try and just live in the gym. I have a life somewhere in there. Right. So, but I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. Yeah. But I don't live at the gym, and I'm not throwing any shade on people that do live at the gym, but there's a toll on your body when you go through that level of, just constant punishment to your body and forcing it to.
Well, there's a toll on it either way on the spectrum. I mean, there's consequences to it.
We feel the toll just from the amount of fitness that we're doing some days. It's like, I mean, it's stuff starts to hurt, and there's, don't go crazy. There's a lot of good research on how often, when you should go. And we're working out like 4 days a week in the gym, and then yoga and then try and walk every day. Sure. So, it seems like a good balance for us, but maybe, especially if you have a long history of doing exercise and fitness, you can do more. Sure. But you need to rest your body. I can now testify, especially because we've been working hard for the last 6 months. Yeah. And then to take a couple of weeks off was actually really nice.
It was nice. And my body is not hurting as much, which was a nice treat.
Yeah. Now back to the gym.
Right. Now back to the gym.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're hoping this helps. And again, it was a timely subject for us, especially just coming back from really working hard to get ready to go to a resort and wanting to look our best. Yeah. And then, just realizing sometimes too, it's like, okay, that was great, but it was also a lot of work to do that. And I still want to be happy with who I am and who what my body is and not, not get to a point where it's an obsession and,
Sure.
and you're not doing healthy things.
Right. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
So if you are in that same spot as we are, where we just want to live our most optimal life, just reach out to us. We'd love to have a call with you, a chat with you, and maybe we can help you out and do some coaching and get you on the right trail along with us. So.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by, and we appreciate you being here. If you like the show, hit the like button, write a review, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We appreciate all those things, and it makes them realize we're actually doing stuff here. So
that's right.
Have a great day and go out there and live an unconventional life.
Bye-bye. See you next time. The views and opinions shared on this podcast are our own and reflect our personal experiences and beliefs. We encourage listeners to take what resonates with them and to seek professional advice where needed, especially in matters related to health, fitness, relationships, and parenting. Our conversations are candid, unfiltered, and intended to inspire, but they may not be suitable for all audiences. Always remember, what works for us may not work for everyone, and your journey is uniquely your own.